Hello and welcome to Rumbo al Inglés. I am here with my very lovely, beautiful, charming, talented student, Raquel of the River. Raquel del Rio. Welcome, Raquel. How are you?
Thank you. Fine, thank you. How are you?
Good. I'm fine. Are you excited to be here on television studying English?
Of course, I'm always excited about being with you,
Oh.
Alberto.
I don't know if I believe you. I don't know. Is that true, or are you just being nice?
Of course it's true.
Okay, well, I feel the same. I'm excited. I think we're going to have a good time today. We are going to look at something a little bit difficult, so it will require a little bit of patience, but I don't think you'll have a problem with it. And I don't think you'll have a problem with it either. Let's get started, all right? We're going to look at today the passive voice. Okay, now, Raquel, what is the passive voice?
I think the passive voice is when you're talking about something which was done in the past by somebody.
Yes. In fact, Raquel just used the passive voice. Something that was done in the past. Okay? And you just said that was done. This is the passive voice. Okay? The passive voice uses two very simple parts. It uses the verb to be, which is the number one verb in Spanish, in English, in Chinese, in any language. The verb to be. If you don't know it, learn it. It's very important, right? You know how to use this verb, though. We don't have a problem with that with you. Is this true?
I hope not.
No, of course not. Of course not. Okay? And what we add to the verb to be is we add the past participle, or the third column. If you know, for example, take, took, taken. Okay? So we're going to use to be in whatever tense. If it's the future, will be. If it's the past, was done, for example. Okay? So let's play with this a little bit. Okay? Now, a good example, we could say, is this program being broadcast live? This is an example. Is this program being broadcast live, Raquel?
I think it is, but I'm not quite sure.
You're not quite sure. Okay. Will it be shown on television?
Yes, it will be shown on television.
See? It's so simple. You're already using the passive voice. I can't believe it. We already started, and you've already started using it correctly. Okay, let's take a look at it in a lot of different tenses. Let's start simple. Always starting simple. Let's use the verb to do, one of the most common verbs in any language, along with the verb to be. Okay, let's say it as our subject and do as our verb. Okay, so give it to me in the present, affirmative. Okay, in Spanish it would be es hecho o se hace.
It's done.
It's done. Absolutely. Very good. Ask me.
Is it done?
Very good. Okay, let's put it in the past tense. You can do it. Put it in the past tense for me.
In the past tense.
Yes.
In the past, it will be, was it done?
Okay, was it done is the question. You almost went to the future. We're going there. Going there. Don't jump the gun. What is this expression? To jump the gun. Do you know this expression, Raquel?
Not really.
Okay, let me explain. To jump the gun. Okay, to jump the gun is when, if you imagine a race, you have people in a race, and you know the starting gun.
Okay.
If you jump the gun, you start before the race actually starts. Okay, so I said you jump the gun. It's a very common expression in English. So you went to the future. Give it to me one more time. In the past tense, the passive voice with the verb to do.
It was done.
It was done. Ask me.
Was it done?
Okay, include a subject. Now we're going to see what do we do when we want to include a subject. Okay, because right now, if you look, it was done does not have a subject. We don't know who did it. It was done. How do we include a subject, Raquel? I know you know this. Okay, let's include my mother, for example. Okay, how do we do that? Do you know?
But in which sentence?
Okay, it was done, but let's say who did the action. So how would you say it was done, and then we want to include my mother somewhere in this equation.
Okay.
How do we do that?
By somebody.
Absolutely, that's right, okay? So when we want to add a subject, we say it was done by whatever person. It was done by my mother in this case. Okay, very good, see? You're doing well. So far, so good. So far, so good. Do you know this expression, Raquel?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it's a good expression to hear.
Yeah.
That means you're doing well. Okay, very
Okay.
good. Let's put it in the future. Before you started saying the future, tell us in the future. Se hará. Okay? How would you say this?
Do you want me to talk about your mother as well in the sentence?
Sure, that's fine.
Will it be done by your mother?
Yes. Will it be done by your mother? Let's try present continuous. Present continuous. Try this one. You got it?
Present continuous.
Okay, present. I am looking at you. This is the present continuous, right? The verb to be plus ing. So I am looking at you. How would you put now with the verb to do in the present continuous? Okay, do you know?
I don't know what you mean, sorry.
Okay, for example, it would be in the present continuous. We said, it is being done. You see, because the present continuous is to be plus the gerund. But then we also have to include our past participle. So it is being done is, in Spanish, se está haciendo. Right? It is being done. Okay, put it in the past continuous. I gave you the present continuous. It is being done. Give it to me in the past continuous. You only have to make one little change.
Is it being done?
Okay, this is the question. Now, how do you give it to me in the past continuous? Because is present. Yeah.
It was being done.
That's correct. It was being done. Are you following this? It's a little difficult, but I think, Raquel, you're getting it. I think you're getting it. Okay, let's try it. Let's get a little more complicated. Let's take a look at it in the present perfect. Okay, you have two participles in this one. Good luck. How do we do it?
Thank you. It has been done.
Absolutely. It has been done. It has been done. Ask me.
Has it been done?
Very good. I told you. See, I wasn't joking before. When I said Raquel was talented, smart, beautiful, all the adjectives I used them for a reason. Okay? All right, very good. Let's try it now. Let's put it in conditional. Okay? This is with would, the auxiliary verb or the modal verb would. Try this one. Se haría in Spanish, yeah?
It would be done.
Absolutely. Now, how could we complete this and make it a conditional? It would be done if, you can make it up.
If something happened.
Okay.
It would be done if you had told me.
Yes, it would be done if you told me, not had told me, because the present conditional or the second conditional, very simply, it would be done if we had time. It's the verb would plus the present. It would be. And then on the other side of the if, we use the past tense. So I would go to the beach if it didn't rain, right? So what you did is you mixed a little of the third conditional, which we're going there. You're jumping the gun. I like it. You're eager. You're eager. Do you know what this is? Eager?
Yeah.
Okay, you're eager. Are you eager to learn English? I hope so. Are you following us? All right. I can't really hear you, but I hope you are. I hope you're following us. Okay, Raquel, let's put it in the past conditional. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Let's see. Okay, so we said it would be done is the present or second conditional. Try it in the third conditional.
It would have been done.
Yeah.
If you would have told me.
Yes. Okay, one more time, give me the second part. I'm not exactly sure. So it would have been done.
It would have been done if you had told me.
Yes, you're a star. She's a star. Excellent. It would have been done. This is our third conditional. It would have been done if you had told me. And this is the second part of this conditional uses the past perfect, right? And the past perfect, another reason why this past participle is so important, as along with the verb to be, we use the past participle in so many tenses. So you really want to have the verb to be and the past participle completely mastered. And I think you do. I think you've got it under control. What do you think?
Sometimes, I'm not sure.
Okay, all right. All right, very good. Well, let's take a look now. What I want to do is I'm going to give you a few different sentences in the direct voice, okay? And this is going to be, and I want you to put it into the passive voice. Are you ready?
Okay.
I think you are. Okay. The president is making a speech.
The speech was made by the president.
Okay, but this is correct. but this was in the past. If you listen to my tense, this is a very important thing in English. I always tell my students, one of the most important things is listening. Because many times, your answer is in my question, and vice versa. So if I say, have you eaten? Give me the short answer.
Yes, I have.
Okay, did you go to the cinema yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Ah, see? So you're always answering with what I give you, okay? Will you watch the next program?
Yes, they will.
Yes, they will. You heard that. Yes, you will. And when Raquel says you will, believe me. Okay. All right, very good. So again, the importance in English of listening to that modal or auxiliary verb, it gives you the answer. It's the key to understanding what time we're talking about. And it's a very simple way to know, even if you don't understand the question, did you whatever? Yes, I did. Or no, I didn't. Just be careful of what you answer. You may commit to something that you really don't want to do. Okay? All right, let's take a look then. So listen again. Here we go. The president is making a speech. Okay?
The speech is being made
Yes.
by the president.
I knew you could do it. Very good, very good. Okay, did you do that correctly? I hope so. I know Raquel did. Okay, let's try another one. Columbus, or in Spanish, Cristóbal Colón, okay, discovered America.
America. America was discovered by Columbus.
Yes, America was discovered by Columbus. America, okay, is not the subject. Columbus is the subject. You see what happens in the passive voice? We're changing, again, I'll repeat it. We're changing the subject for the object. And if you see, after by is where our subject goes, which is the opposite. In English, usually the subject goes at the beginning of the sentence, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Yes, very good, very good. Okay, let's try another one. China makes many products.
That's a tricky one.
No, you can do it. China makes many products.
Lot of products are made in China.
Oh, tricky. You did perfectly. Lots, a lot, or a lot of products, or many products, because they're both countable. Much is uncountable, right? Many products are made in China. Ask me. Let's try the interrogative.
A lot of products made in China.
Perfect. Very good, very good. Okay, another one. Oswald, Lee Harvey Oswald, killed Kennedy.
Do you want me to ask you?
No, well, first we'll put it into the affirmative,
Okay.
and then you can ask me. So you're practicing the affirmative, and you're practicing the question. All right. So
Okay.
first affirmative. So I'll repeat it for you. Oswald killed Kennedy.
Kennedy was killed by Oswald.
Yes, Kennedy was killed by Oswald. Ask me.
Was Kennedy killed by Oswald?
I'm not really sure about that. There's a big controversy around that. People say the CIA, the mafia, a lot of different conspiracy theories. So no one will really know the truth, okay? But for this exercise, we'll say Kennedy was killed by Oswald, subject, right? Okay, let's try another one. My mother is going to visit me. My mother is going to visit me. You don't like this one, do you? I could see by her face that she didn't like this one. Okay, go ahead. Okay,
You're
I'll
gonna
repeat.
be visited
Yes.
by your mother.
Okay, one more time, just so they can hear it. One more time.
You're going to be visited by your mother.
Yes, you are going to be visited by your mother. Actually, this reminds me of a story, the story of Scrooge. Do you know Scrooge, the Christmas story?
Not really.
Scrooge is the guy, he's a miser. Do you know what this word is? A miser? Someone who doesn't like to spend money. A miser, okay, is someone who's very tight with their money, okay? And Scrooge, the ghost, comes to him and says, you are going to be visited by 3 ghosts. Have you heard this? The ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas future, and the ghost of Christmas present.
That sounds familiar.
I knew it would ring a bell. I knew it would ring a bell. Do you know this expression? To ring a bell? Sonar una campana. It doesn't make sense in Spanish, but it means me suena. It rings a bell. So if you see, it reminded me of that, right? And I knew you knew the story. I knew you knew. It's a classic. Do you know who wrote that story? Do you know who it was written by? Ooh, passive voice. Do you know who the Christmas Carol, it's called the Christmas Carol, okay? Do you know who the Christmas Carol was written by? Tell me.
I can't remember.
Ask me. In the passive voice.
Who wrote?
Who wrote is good, but I want the passive voice. Who was the Christmas Carol?
Written by.
Yes. Give me that question again. That was perfect.
Who was the Christmas Carol written by?
Yes. And I'm going to answer you in the passive voice. The Christmas Carol was written by Charles Dickens, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think so. For some reason, the name Charles Dickens rings a bell. I could be wrong, though. We'll look it up on Wikipedia after the show today, okay? All right, let's try another one, okay? The taxi driver took the boy to the airport.
The boy was taken to the airport by the taxi driver.
Perfect. Ask me.
Was the boy taken to the airport by the taxi driver?
Excellent. Very good. Okay. They will visit my parents.
Your parents will be visited by them.
Okay. Your parents will be visited by them. Absolutely. Okay. Tom sold his stocks. Now, stocks in Spanish is what? What are stocks, Raquel?
Acciones.
Yes, stocks are acciones. Be careful because actions are verbs in English, right? And acciones are stocks or shares. Think of New York, the stock market. Okay, la bolsa in Spanish, correct? Okay, so I'll repeat it. Tom sold all his stocks.
His stocks were sold by him.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Or the stocks were sold by him. Sure. Okay. Why did he sell his stocks? What are good reasons to sell stocks?
Because he wanted to make more money.
Okay, possibly the stocks were at a high price and he decided to cash them in and to try and make some money. Do you have any stocks, Raquel?
Not really.
No? Okay.
No.
All right. All right, very good. So you don't invest in the stock market?
No.
Okay, all right. Why don't you invest in the stock market?
Because I don't understand that market at all.
Okay, that's a good reason. It's a very good reason. Okay, let's see. The Spanish drink good wine.
Good wine or drink?
Ooh,
No.
good wine are. Why is this incorrect?
Oh.
Tell me why it's impossible to say good wine are. Tell me why that is completely...
Because wine is singular.
Yes, wine is uncountable. So an uncountable you can never ever use with a plural verb like are. So try again. I know you know that, but let's try it again.
So-
Okay, let me repeat it for you. The Spanish drink good wine.
Good wine is drank by Spanish.
By the Spanish or by the Spanish people. Yeah, is this true?
Yeah.
Okay, what is your favorite wine? Do you have a favorite wine?
I like Faustino.
Faustino, a very good one. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's do a few more, okay? My wife spent all my money.
Your money was spent by your wife.
Yes, she went to the English cut. Do you know the English cut?
Yes.
What is the English cut?
A big shopping center.
Yes, El Corte Inglés, right? I translate everything. It's a habit of mine. You should do it too. It's a good exercise to see how many things you can translate in a typical day. Okay? All right, here we go. I'll give you one more, okay? The auctioneer will auction the paintings. Now, what does this word mean, to auction? Auction in Spanish, okay? The word auction is subastar. And the auctioneer is the person who does the auction, okay? So I'll repeat it. The auctioneer will auction the paintings.
The paintings will be auctioned by the auctioneer.
Perfect. Very good. Okay, so let's just review very quickly. What are the important things about the passive voice? The important things, two key elements. What are the two key elements? Just two parts, really.
The by preposition
Yeah.
and the subject becomes...
Yeah. The object becomes the subject.
Okay.
Right? The object, let's review, okay? So the most important things about the passive voice is it uses the verb to be. It uses the past participle, right? And if you want to put the subject, it's by whatever subject. Okay, and that's basically the passive voice. It sounds easier than it is, but I suggest you practice. Take some sentences in the active voice, such as Columbus discovered America, and just try going through a list and practicing. Okay, now let me ask you this. Raquel, how do you say in English, aprovecharse de? Do you know how to say this in English?
To take advantage
Of. Yeah.
of.
To take advantage of. She's absolutely correct. You're a star. Okay, to take advantage of is aprovecharse de. But we have another way. It's to make the most of. Okay? To make the most of is a positive way to say aprovecharse de. But this is only used for situations and things similar to this. But for people, it's take advantage of. It can have a negative connotation. To make the most of is good. Raquel, do you feel that you've made the most of your English class today?
I'm trying to make the most of it.
Okay, sure, sure. Ask me if I'm making the most of my life.
Are you making the most of your life?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to make the most of my life. I think it's easier to make the most of your life on the weekends. Don't you agree?
Yes.
During the week, it's really hard to make the most of your life because you're working. But I suggest you make the most of your workday, right? It's the best way to be productive, right? Now, so remember, making the most of is a positive way to say take advantage of. And it's not used with people. It's used with situations, holidays. Did you make the most of your last holidays?
Yes, I did.
Okay, sure, sure. Are you making the most of this program? I hope so. I hope you're taking notes right now. Okay. Raquel, I want to thank you very much for being with us because the idea is you have made the most of my day, okay? And let's do a few quick translations just to review what we were going to do, okay?
Okay.
Se va a grabar el concierto. How would you say this? Se va a grabar el concierto.
The concert is going to be filmed.
Filmed or recorded. The concert is going to be filmed or recorded. Ask me.
Is the concert going to be filmed?
Yes. Okay. Is the concert going to be filmed? Okay. La casa está a punto de derribarse. Do you know this?
The house is about to fall down.
Okay, to fall down. This is good. I understand your meaning. Now, to fall down is a person. A person falls down. This is to knock something down. I'll pick it back up now, but this is to knock something down. A house or a structure is knocked down, like this. To knock at the door. Okay? Now, what about an airplane? It's a little different. Derribar un avión. How would you say this? Do you know? It's not knocked down. I'll give you a hint. It's not knocked down. Okay? To shoot down. To shoot down. If you think about it, to knock down, okay, and to shoot down a plane. So let's try those, okay? La casa está a punto de derribarse.
The house is about to be knocked down.
Absolutely. Ask me.
Is the house about to be knocked down?
Yes, it is. Ask me why the house is about to be knocked down.
Why is the house about to be knocked down?
Very good. You're getting the hang of it. You're getting the hang of it. Okay, one more. Are you ready? I'm very happy with you today. You're making the most of the class, definitely. Okay. Aquel avión está a punto de ser derribado.
That plane is about to be shot down.
Yes. Ask me.
Is that plane about to be shot down?
Excellent, excellent. Well, Raquel, I think this program is winding down. What does that mean? Winding down? When you get wind up, es darle cuerda. Winding down means coming to an end, okay? I want to thank you very much for being with me again. It's always a pleasure to have you here, Raquel.
Thank you, Alberto.
I hope you learned a lot of things. I hope you learned a lot of things at home today. Remember, the passive voice Get comfortable with it. Get used to it. It's not as difficult as it seems. If you remember, probably when you started studying English, the present tense was difficult. But now it's easy. What's your name? You can ask a million questions in the present tense. Well, the same thing. The more you practice, the more you will improve. Is this true, Raquel?
It is true.
It's very true. Okay, Raquel, thank you again so much. Thank you for being with us. It's been a pleasure. Stick with us for our next program because we've got a lot of new and interesting things to teach you. Vocabulary, structures, and the English language is a growing language. So grow with us. All right? Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. All right, thanks, Raquel.
Thank you.
Okay.